All right, good evening, everybody. We'll call the meeting of the Angola Common Council to order for Monday, June 15th. May we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Coffey. Present. Councilmember Olson. Here. Councilmember Sharkey. Here. Councilmember Dow. Here. Councilmember McDermott. Here.
My compliments to all our department heads and all our employees. After last week's tornado came through our area, most of the damage fortunately was limited to being caused by downed trees. We did have a number of roads that were temporarily closed. When I got to City Hall just before midnight, our dispatch was going through a lot of calls, very busy, very high stress. They handled it extremely well, professionally, even though we did have some communication glitches. We ended up on a backup system, which we still haven't got to the bottom of that issue yet, but we are working on it, and we will make sure that does not happen again. Our fire department was busy with call after call after call. I don't know if you've ever been to their command center when they have an incident like this, but they have a huge whiteboard and they list every call and they triage every one and prioritize what are the most important calls. We had 4 different units in the field that night and into the early morning, handling all the calls, and they did a professional and thorough job of it. And our street department was on it very quick. They had all of our city streets back open within 2 hours, and they will be very busy for the rest of this week picking up the rest of the debris. I was a little disappointed with our National Weather Service. We did not have a tornado warning. The sirens, when they triggered, we triggered them locally after a local spotter saw the tornado. So obviously we didn't have a whole lot of warning by the time it got to our town. Matter of fact, I think I heard the tornado about the same time I heard the sirens. I have reached out to our congressman's office to have him and that office start asking questions of the National Weather Service to try to find out why it happened that way, what happened. We were at the tail end of a very long line of tornadoes that evening that actually stretched over 2 states. We were about the last place that got hit by that particular line of storms, but yet they did not get a tornado warning to us in a timely manner. So we will be reaching out to the National Weather Service to find out why that happened that way.
When you get information from that, would you inform us about?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course we will. Request approval of the June 1st minutes.
So,
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The minutes of the February 2nd, 2026 Board of Public Works and Safety is included for your information. Unfinished business, ordinance number 1801, 2026, and ordinance amending the zoning map of the city of Angola. This is for State Road 827 north of Eastland Crossing, Section 1, for 3rd reading.
Move to approve.
second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Oh, did we get the appropriate?
I'm ready to go. Yeah, good, right?
Did we ever get the appropriate language?
No, not tonight's tonight.
Would you draw your second? Please.
I withdraw.
Draw the first, please.
I withdraw my motion.
Mr. Mayor, having reviewed the recommendation of the Plan Commission and taking into account the comprehensive plan, current conditions and character of the structures and use in each district, most desirable use of the land in its current and proposed zones, conservation of property values throughout the city, and responsible growth and development, I move to adopt the proposed zoning change.
Now we need a second. And that one doesn't count. All right, motion is second. Any discussion? I thought we had already done that.
Usually wait till the 3rd.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ordinance number 1802, 2026, an ordinance amending the Angola Municipal Code, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 10.25, Parking, for 2nd reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Any other unfinished business this evening? Hearing none, we'll move along to new business, the presentation of Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northeast Indiana. Yeah, is it Ann or Annie? Annie?
Good evening. Do I need to use this or will it pick it up?
We can
No.
hear you.
Okay. I'm the youngest in the family, so I'm a loud talker. Again, my name is Ann Castine. I'm Director of Development for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Thank you, Mayor and council members, for the opportunity to be here tonight. Is everybody somewhat familiar with Big Brothers Big Sisters? Has anybody been a big? You have? Wonderful. Has anybody been a little? Okay. So we have been in Northeast Indiana for over 50 years, creating and supporting one-to-one mentoring relationships to ignite the power and promise of youth. So what we do in simple terms is we match caring adults, the bigs, with children, the littles, to give them additional support, somebody in their corner, give them encouragement and a positive role model. Our mission is simple, just create and foster the one-to-one mentoring relationships to help young people reach their full potential. We serve 10 counties in Northeast Indiana, 2 in Southern Michigan. And I would say that locally, like a lot of young people everywhere, kids are facing challenges. Kids might be connected online via gaming apps, but personally they're disconnected. The loneliness epidemic that you hear about is in fact real. Social isolation can result in low self-confidence and academic struggles. At the same time, we know that there are adults in the Angola community who care about the community, care about kids, would love to do something, but might not know how easy it is and how fun it is. That's where our programs can bridge that gap. What does our mentoring look like? It could be 2 hours of fishing, shooting baskets, hiking, doing crafts, baking, playing games, whatever the big and the little enjoy doing together. Mentorship looks like friendship and it looks like fun. The activity, what the bigs and littles do together, is not as important as the time they spend together and the consistency. And I always say our matching process is some science and a whole lot of divine intervention, because we are constantly amazed at what our bigs and littles have in common that we weren't even aware of. And mentoring very naturally builds the connection that's needed in a world of disconnection. What we know about the impact of mentoring: kids are more likely to graduate from high school, they're more likely to avoid risky behaviors, they have improved self-confidence and social skills, and with our program, they develop stronger educational and career aspirations, especially through our Big Futures program, which starts working with kids when they hit the age of 14 to find out what their interests and aptitude are. And then we do a lot of job shadows and job tours with our corporate partners to expose them to all of the jobs that are here in the local area. We are currently serving kids in Angola, helping them build confidence and resilience and increased hope for the future. But we have kids waiting. We currently have kids that are what we call ready to be matched. That means they've been through our process. We know everything about them, what they like to do, what their interests are, and what their personality is like. We are just waiting to find a compatible big brother or big sister for those kids. And we know there's even more kids waiting that might not even know about our services. I'm going to leave some of these cards here. If you are interested in becoming a big, you can fill those out. There's even a QR code that you can go online and scan to apply. Everybody in this room and in the community can get involved, number one, by signing up to be a big. I would love to have more bigs and badges. That's a wonderful thing. If you can imagine how a kid would feel to see somebody like you guys or a firefighter or a law enforcement officer show up to be their friend, would be awesome. Our bigs often say, other than raising their kids, this is the most rewarding thing they've ever done. So I would consider doing it for yourself. Everybody in this room and anybody watching can help connect us with potential volunteers. The most important thing is if we could be invited to share a 10 to 15-minute presentation at a place of business, a church group, networking group, really anywhere that people gather. We would love to just come and share a 10 to 15-minute presentation. I'll do a little more casual than tonight and show a super fun, cute video, but make it engaging. You can follow Big Brothers Big Sisters Northeast Indiana on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. If you want some fun and positive content in your feeds, follow us, share our content to help us spread the word. If you have a child in your life or you know of a child who could benefit from having some one-on-one attention, let us know. You can have their parent or guardian contact us. We don't know who needs help unless they come to us. You can join us next February for our annual Bowl for Kids' Sake here in Angola Bowl. We came back after many, many years this past February and filled the lanes, and we hope to have 2 sessions next year. Super fun event. Great way to spend time with the community. So in closing, tonight I simply ask that you get involved and help us spread the word. Together, we can make sure that more young people in the community get the guidance, support, and encouragement they need to thrive, as well as their families. Thank you for your time and your leadership. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you for the presentation. Does anybody have any questions?
And you have a contact number?
I brought some cards.
No, could you, in case
Oh, yeah.
For people watching at home,
Oh, sure. Give you a phone number.
would you please? And if you have a website or an email address?
Rattle all that off.
Please do.
And I'll try and go slow.
Okay.
They can call me directly at 260-573-4919. 573-4919. And then our website is for Big Brothers Big Sisters Northeast Indiana is bbsnei.org. Kind of a mouthful. And you can find us, like I said, on all the socials, and there's links there too. So does anybody have any other questions?
I'm just gonna say, I know
you
it
like-
as a big,
Yes, I was going to ask you if you feel comfortable sharing.
yes, it's as rewarding for the big as it is the little. And it doesn't have to be much. We raked leaves one day and had a ball at it, you know, and
And all those things are life skills.
yeah, my neighbor across the street always kept his yard so neat, so we had fun with that day. And
Pick up the leaves and put them in.
No, it's not me, no, it's not me.
first time he jumped in a leaf pile, you know, and things along that line, you know, and so yeah, it's a wonderful organization. Jane Ludington still involved at all?
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think she was the head of Big Brothers Big Sisters back in the day.
Yeah, she's not with our agency,
Okay.
but yeah, she might still be involved.
Somewhere
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
advice.
So you actually was a great tee up. What we like to say is it takes little to be big. So
I've
thank
got a lot of little in me.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna leave some air fresheners here too for anybody that wants a car air freshener, I should say.
Oh, good.
Okay, some of us played golf today. It was hot, the sun, it's kind of wondering. No, I did not. But we had fun.
Good.
Okay, request approval of the moratorium understanding between Trine University and the city of Angola regarding Summit Street. Mr. Bach, would you like to come to the podium and kind of give an overview of what we're working on here?
Sure. Thank you again for the opportunity, and great to be back before you again this evening. You see the map there up on the screen. That's the plan that we have assembled in concert with city engineer and Rita and mayor and NDOT, and several others have been involved. But what we'd like to do is build a new entrance, a new west entrance to our campus that will allow a greater safety factor in terms of what we experience now on Summit Street. In addition to that, it's difficult for us to get a big bus. Most of our sports teams now travel in commercial buses. It's difficult to get a big bus around that corner at Summit Street now. So as you see there, this is actually a 2-lane road that would be built from US 20 all the way down to Thunder Drive. And it would be as wide as 2 lanes, as wide as it is now at Thunder and Summit. With green space on both sides, we want to make it very attractive, as this is one of the first things people see as they come into our community. But we want to make it very attractive as well with green space and trees. The other thing this does is it directly aligns with the intersection or the street to the north, whereas Summit Street does not align. It's off to the side, a little further east. So as you're trying, people on that street trying to get to Summit Street have to cut that angle, which is also not the safest thing to do. So we're here tonight to ask for your consideration of this plan. We'd like to start as soon as possible with your approval, and off we go.
Amanda, anything you'd like to add from the city side of that equation?
Just that we also have an email from Dana Plattner with NDOT. We've had several meetings with NDOT. They are supportive of this, and they're on board. They feel like this plan will increase safety at the intersection. So they're on board with it. And then the MOU, just kind of, I guess the background of that, or why we went this route, is as part of this, there will be a street vacation as Trine builds this. So it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing. We didn't feel like we should ask city council to vacate a street prior to Trine building. Conversely, they don't want to build a street if isn't going to be vacated. So kind of came up with this MOU concept where they build it, then we will, vacate this, and that is what the MOU is for.
And the next step of the process of vacation will be?
Well, so if this is approved, then Trine will go through all of the approvals, the permitting, things like that, build this, and then when it is built and done, then the city would vacate a portion of Summit Street.
And we would have to put some easements in place. We do have
Correct.
utilities there, so we would have to have access for utilities. All the property owners that are currently in that area will still have access to their property on city streets, so they aren't losing any access to their property. We will be closing off the existing Summit on the north and south, so there'll be only one entrance and exit from US 20. NDOT did not want to have the other part of Summit Street stay open for access and egress if we were having this new street built. So at NDOT's request, we are closing off the other part of Summit Street there, but it will stay open as, say, a city street and city maintained for the property owners in that area to continue to have access to their property. Anything else you'd like to add to that?
No.
Mr. Bach, anything?
Yeah, one other thing I would like to say is we're not here asking for funding or help from the city in terms of dollars to build this project. We want to do it ourselves. We're willing to do it ourselves. Again, it's that important to us. So we've already had a conversation with our board at 2 separate board meetings. Our board is fully supportive. And just as soon as we get a green light, we're ready to get started. So.
Mr. Bach I think it's a wonderful idea. I think this is fantastic. But have you heard from neighbors? Have you contacted them, the neighboring property owners? And
we have.
Reaction?
Matter of fact, there are only 3 property owners yet on Summit Street, properties that we do not own. All the other properties we own on Summit. We are in discussion with those 3 property owners as well about acquisition. I don't know when we'll get it done, but we are acquiring property in that area as well as everything from Thunder north to US 20. There have been several properties acquired, again, to accommodate our growth.
But has anyone said, boy, this is terrible, you're going to ruin my property, or reacted to you in any way at all?
No, I've not heard from anyone.
Okay, thank you.
I did call in the owner of the Elmer's Hospital and talk to that property owner. I told her I did not want her to find this out in the press or at a public meeting, that we wanted to talk to her privately before we move forward with this. And so she is aware that this is going on. What she'll end up with just by default is a city-owned private parking lot that serves her building. There won't be any traffic driving behind her parking area anymore, so that it actually be easier for them to get in and get out. They won't have to watch for traffic. So I did meet with her. Anybody else have any questions, Mr. Bach, before we move forward?
I don't know if this is for Mr. Bach or Amanda. On US 20, did NDOT have any comments or has there been any consideration? I know a lot of times students going into town might do Summit and cross over to Power Street. If they come out of the new Summit, does there need to be a left turn into Power Street? Because I think it's lined up with Joe Wheeler, is that
It's
correct?
lined up with Joe Wheeler,
Okay.
correct.
I didn't know if there was any concerns there. So NDOT, when this started, Mike and I reached out to NDOT and had some conversations. They've studied kind of this whole corridor from Powers all the way to McKinley on traffic, projected traffic. They came up on a normal day, they came up on a football day, and just kind of studied the area. They feel like this configuration will work, will be safe. I mean, I think it's something that they will continue to monitor, but they did look at that. They looked at feasibility for a traffic light and said that based on all of their counts and even future growth, it does not meet warrants on that. So they're aware and have examined it. Okay, thank you.
So there's right turn lane going east?
Yes.
Yeah, there are turn lanes as part of this plan that
Only
will,
on the south side, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
I would move that we enter into this memorandum of understanding.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you very much, Mike, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Request approval of the City of Angola facade grant agreement with Best Dressed Boutique for property located at 111 North Public Square in the amount of $1,779, not to exceed $10,000.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, request approval of the City of Angola facade grant agreement with Healthies Angola LLC for property located at 120 North Public Square in the amount of $2,595.03, not to exceed $10,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Request approval of the City of Angola facade grant agreement with Song Outdoors Bike and Soul property located at 130 North Public Square in the amount of $2,595.03, not to exceed $10,000.
Move to approve?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Clerk Treasurer's Depository Statement of Cash Reconcilement for the month ending May 2026 is presented for council information. Reports, Clerk Treasurer.
Nothing for me, Mayor.
Kim.
Mr. Mayor, no report.
Rita.
I would just like to mention, if you all have not been on West Maumee and downtown, our sculpture install happened last Friday, or the Friday before last, I can't remember, I lost track, but went really well. We've got some great new sculptures downtown, so if you get a chance, please visit them. Crosswalk painting, our first one was supposed to start tomorrow, but with the impending weather, we are postponing that, and hopefully we'll get our first one started on Thursday. That's it.
Scott, you've been very, very busy with your department. You're shorthanded and you've got one heck of a mess that we need to clean up. You're doing a great job. I've been out watching and you guys are all over it. You got anything to report?
We're getting there.
I know you are.
I'm hoping by Wednesday we're wrapped up with it.
Wow, I thought it'd be the rest of the week. I'm impressed you'd be done by Wednesday.
So if I live with a bunch of elderly people, if they need it, needs to be in the driveway for pickup. Does the debris has to be in the driveway or the sidewalks for pickup? I know you guys you came and got our stuff. They had the claws, so forth like that. So, okay, so if they're not there, if they're not there at this moment and they need picked up, can they
call, or what is the process? Because right now, there's some, I know there's some people that have them in their front yards.
Right, I know we're gonna make this whole round through by Wednesday, and by next Monday, it's gonna look the same. Right, people are just gonna be pulling stuff out as they have space. So we'll go back out next week if needed, but we gotta do painting stuff and
Oh, we got tons of stuff, you guys are,
other fun stuff to do.
okay.
A lot, number of streets closed. We had one street that was closed for power line. That one our people don't mess with, but eventually the power company got and cleaned that up. But I was impressed. They had every street open in town within 2 hours. They took heavy equipment and just shoved it off to the side, knowing they'd have to come back and clean it up later.
In town for a few days.
That breaks loose, doesn't it?
Well, and they were patching and sealing and everything else besides, so
Yeah.
we appreciate you.
They're very, very busy. And like I said, he's shorthanded. They're shorthanded right now. Anything else, Scott?
Nope.
Thank you. Amanda?
Nothing.
Chief?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Request approval of allowance of accounts payable voucher, $80,225 through $80,538, totaling $1,298,734.78, which includes interfund transfers of $58,604.
I move that Ryan pays the bill.
Personally.
Second. Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, do we have any other new business this evening that we need to consider?
Just a question, Mr. Mayor. How's the budget situation going? Getting pencils sharpened and all that
We
good stuff?
will be starting that process very, very shortly,
I knew it was
yes.
coming
They're
up.
already working on it, yes.
Fantastic.
I did, because the state moved back their implementation of the new tax structure, and we are having impending talks with the county over the must agreement. I have pushed the budget cut back by 1 year, and I talked to our department heads about last year. We'll be able to push that back here, so we will do a normal budgeting process this year.
Fantastic.
Anything else?
Just curious about one thing,
Sir?
Mr. Emmerich.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Good.
Just was curious if you had anything in your mind that, for the council or the mayor, or, it's nice to have you visit us.
Well, I've been visiting you for a while.
I noticed that, I just was kind of thought, well, I'll just ask why.
Nothing right now. I know that Sheriff Robinson had some conversations with the chief regarding some stuff with Spillman. I was brought up to date on all of that, and I think based on what I know and what he knows, things are gonna stay the same with that Spillman operating system, at least for the time being, which I think should help the chief out and the city out, that aspect. There's some other things maybe in the not too distant future I'd like to talk to the chief and the city about, but we'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, well, glad to see you.
And on that same note, Commissioner Shipe, anything you'd like to address the council this evening? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but certainly want to give you.
Checking to see what the progress was on the no parking, but I think that was probably in this,
Yeah, second reading passed.
yep.
Yeah.
And,
What we're thinking about doing is just painting yellow and probably putting no parking rather than trying to drill through the concrete and put up a bunch of ugly signs.
I would agree with that.
You would agree?
Yep.
Okay, all right, that is our current plan, is it not, Amanda and Scott? Yes. That is our
See
current
if
plan.
that would work first, yeah.
Yeah, that is the intention we have.
That'd be great.
Mr. Mayor, you didn't assign Commissioner Shipe to sit in the corner, did you? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, staying, no, of course not.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. Anything else this evening? We are adjourned then. Thank you very much. All appreciate it. Thank you. Let me know when you get.
Okay, so
It's really going out.